Oh, we on. We live. Okay. All right, y'all. Man, it seemed like it's been forever. Ain't seen y'all in a while. But for my recurring followers and subscribers, this is a new segment on the channel, man. This is called Offseason News with Hove. It's no post game pull up because ain't no games being played right now. So I got a bunch of off-season news for you guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I go live or I drop a pre-recorded video. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my mic together. And then, yeah, so this is something new. This is something I'm going to be giving y'all all up until the season starts. New league year starts in 2 weeks. Actually, on my birthday, March 12th. That's when the new league year starts. That's when we'll get all the free agent signings and trades and all that good stuff. But until now, we got a bunch of reporters reporting stuff, reporting rumors. Some of this stuff can be true. Some of this stuff can be a lie. You feel me? It's all a lot of hoopla going on. A lot of speculations about teams moving forward from players, granting players to seek trade partners, and a lot of these dudes will be cut post June 1st. A lot of teams are trying to free up their cap space, trying to add more talent and fill holes that they have on their respective teams. The draft is coming right after that in April. So a lot of teams are trying to move on from dudes who's not producing well, but got a big cap hit. Instigator Cuz, what's going on? Sunshine Baby, what's going on? Cameron Terrell, what's the deal? Cameron Terrell, ain't that the white boy name who got caught up with the rolling 90s? That name sound familiar. But first news we got, y'all. Alright, let this. As y'all know, it's gonna be a lot of Commander stuff in here too because y'all know where y'all came. So our names in a lot of rumors, a lot of speculations about players that we can we got interest in. And one of them is Cooper Kupp. The Commanders are potentially interested in trading for Rams receiver Cooper Kupp, per Jeremy Fowler. Talking to people around the league, he, as in Cooper Kupp, will have a market because he's so quarterback friendly. Certainly Washington is looking for a complimentary wide receiver too. What I have to say about that? He said, "Yeah, that is okay." Y'all crazy. I wouldn't mind having Cooper Kupp play in the slot with us, but I just don't feel like at this point in his career, he's a dependable wide receiver too. I mean, he just had his worst season as a Ram in his career, and this dude is 3 years removed from having the Triple Crown. Back in 2021 when the Rams went to the Super Bowl and won it. But he's regressed a lot, and his role had diminished even in Los Angeles. So I wouldn't mind taking Cooper Kupp. I'm hearing the Rams, whoever trade for Cooper Kupp, I heard the Rams are agreeing to take some of the cap hit, pay some of his cap hit while letting him go. If that's the case, I'll take Cooper Kupp as a third, have him in a slot, but I wouldn't depend on him being a wide receiver too at this point in his career. Especially we need more size at wide receiver, pause. And he's an undersized receiver. We need a receiver bigger than 6 foot on that other side of Terry. Next news. Chargers star pass rusher Joey Bosa is likely to be released before he collects a $12.36 million roster bonus next month. Telling you, y'all, it's gonna be a lot of these players that's gonna be getting released, getting cut because they cap hit. It's too much. It's not matching up with the production. A lot of these guys are not healthy most of the time as well. Football Forever reports Daniel Jeremiah's latest mock draft has the Buccaneers selecting wide receiver Tataroa McMillan at 19. McMillan can go earlier in round 1, but Tampa Bay will be a perfect landing spot. Chris Godwin is due to become a free agent, and Mike Evans can't play forever. Can he? It could be a passing of the torch in Tampa Bay, and I feel like he's I want to say he's like a Mike Evans clone, same size, same skill set. I think that would be perfect for Tampa Bay. I like McMillan too. I'm heard he's slipping in the draft though. All right, Kevin Finley, thank you for the super chat. What up, Hov? What up, chat? What up, Kevin Finley? How you doing, my brother? Another report we got with Nick Chubb set to be a free agent. He can sign with the Bears and reunite with his former teammate DeAndre Swift. The Bears are in the market for another running back to stabilize their backfield. Chubb can be a variable option due to an affordable asking price. Chubb's production this season was impacted by his recovery from a knee injury, but he can thrive in a second row behind Swift. Chubb, 29, rushed for 332 yards on 102 carries, only averaging 3.3 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns with 5 receptions for 31 yards and 1 receiving touchdown. Damn, that was bad. That was bad, but we do know he came off that terrible ACL injury, and then my boy broke his foot this season. I would like to see that them having a two-headed backfield in Chicago. That'll be good for Caleb. That'll be good for that offense if Nick Chubb can get back to his old self. My boy is falling off a bit. NFL trades report if the Browns are unable to land Cam Ward in the draft, their likely starting quarterback next season will be Kirk Cousins, reuniting him with Kevin Stefanski, per Tony Pauline. The two previously worked together in Minnesota, where Cousins was the starting quarterback and Stefanski held roles ranging from quarterbacks coach to offensive coordinator before becoming the Browns head coach. With Kirk Cousins due a $10 million roster bonus in mid-March, he is widely expected to be released by Atlanta. Should the Browns pursue Kirk Cousins or hone in on trying to get the desired quarterback in the draft? What do y'all think? That wouldn't be a bad. I don't think that would be a bad second option if you can't get Cam Ward. But why can't you get Cam Ward? And isn't the? Let me look up. Let me look up the draft order. I want to say, ain't the Browns top 3? Browns is number 2. So if you can't get Cam Ward, why not go Shador? Yeah, if you can't get Cam Ward, go Shador. I mean, if you don't want Shador and you rather have Cam Ward, go ahead get Kirk Cousins, draft Travis Hunter. You know, shore up that offensive line. I mean, it's gonna be tough though, cause you ain't really got no money to build your team because you paying Deshaun Watson all that money. So Browns, you in a lose-lose situation, whatever you do. Mike that dude. Yeah, Titans number 1, man. Titans better pick, man. They better pick right because that's a lot of pressure, number 1 overall. All right, y'all. So this week we got on the field workouts for the 329 invited prospects for the annual NFL Scouting Combine beginning tomorrow. Tomorrow we got kickers, punters, and long snappers. Thursday we got D linemen and linebackers. Friday we got defensive backs and tight ends. Saturday we got quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs. And on Sunday we got offensive line. So with all that being said, so we got the NFL Combine starts tomorrow. Franchise tag deadline is in 6 days. We got free agency in 14 days. Well, 15 days. NFL draft is in 57 days. NFL training camp begins in 147 days. NFL Hall of Fame game is in 155 days. And the first regular season game is in 190 days. I can't wait. Adam Schefter reports Penn State defensive end and potential number 1 pick Abdul Carter will not work out at the combine because he has not fully recovered from his shoulder injury he suffered versus Boise State, according to his agent Drew Rosenhaus and Robert Bailey. Carter played through the injury versus Notre Dame in the semifinal playoff game, but only recently was cleared to resume training. He fully expects Carter to be recovered in time to work out at his pro day at Penn State and will perform at a very high level, Rosenhaus said. Carter will partake in the physical exams and interviews with teams at the combine. Rosenhaus also said that he's also sending a letter today to the NFL teams from Dr. Dan Cooper stating that Carter has just now been cleared to resume training and will be cleared for his March 28th pro day. Cooper examined Carter's shoulder in Dallas earlier this month. Where y'all think Abdul Carter is going? I've been hearing he can be potentially number 1, anywhere within that top 5. Who y'all think will take him? You got the Titans, Browns, New York Giants, New England Patriots, Jacksonville. I'm trying to think. Giants don't need no edge rushers. Browns got Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett wants out of Cleveland. So if y'all do move on from Myles Garrett and trade him, which we'll talk about that a little later in the show, I think you take Abdul Carter. If you're not fixated on if you are fixated on not taking Shedeur Sanders, if Cam Ward is going at number 1, then I think you take Abdul Carter. That dude is gonna be a beast. There's only so many generational pass rushers in the league, and he looks like the next coming of Michael Parsons. So if I'm them, I'll go ahead and go get Kirk Cousins and I'll draft Abdul Carter. They already got enough corners over there in Cleveland, so you don't need any cornerbacks. So you damn sure don't need a Travis Hunter. So you might be able to trade out of that number 2 spot within the top 10 or top 7 and get you some more trades and get you some more draft picks. And that's how you build your team. I wouldn't be mad at it, but your GM going to have to do his work. Instigated because I hope Patriots get Carter or Hunter. Man, I can't wait to see, man. Can't wait to see, man. Next month is when this is when the GMs shine. We always see Howie Roseman do his job. Last year we seen Adam Peters do his. I can't wait to see what Adam Peters do this season. We got some news coming to, Commanders news we gonna get to. TJ. Come on, little homie. Be for real, man. He ain't coming to Philly, man. He's not lasting. He won't be on the board at 32, man. Trust me, he won't be. Everybody can't come to Philly, man. Darius Howe, what's going on, my boy? Speaking of Philly, though, the 49ers have the second best odds to sign Eagles All-Pro linebacker Zach Bond in free agency. Bond, 28 years old, will be seeking a lucrative deal after helping the Eagles win Super Bowl 59 and being named 2024 First Team All-Pro. Bond recorded 151 total tackles, 93 solo, 11 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, and 4 pass defense in 16 regular season games. God damn, that boy was balling this season. And this dude was a special teams guy. Shout out to him, though. That's some good-ass stats right there. I love to see it. That dude gonna get paid, man. That's one guy that y'all about to lose right there. The Packers. I know y'all been hearing about this. It was an anonymous team that voted for the tush push to get banned, and sources came out that it was the Green Bay Packers, y'all. The Packers are the team that submitted a proposal for the NFL competition committee to ban the tush push. I see if it was the Commanders who did it, which we got like 6 offside penalties on it. But for us not even to put in a proposal, and for Green Bay, it's like, dog, why y'all putting in a proposal? That's crazy, though. Commanders fan, thank you for the super chat. You think the Commanders should try and get Juwan Johnson at tight end? I'm cool on Juwan Johnson. I want to see us bring back Zach Ertz. Bring back Zach Ertz for 1 more year. I want to see if Ben Sinnott can have a bigger role and produce more. I'll give Ben Sinnott a bigger role this year, and if he don't fulfill it, I'll wait next season to look for a tight end. I will take not 2025 but 2026. Isaiah Likely will be a free agent. I would take Isaiah Likely over Juwan Johnson. Luke the Don said, "What's the scoop on Jonathan Allen trying to leave? He will be nice in the Bay for the right price." We're going to get to that. We're going to get to John Allen. We gonna get to John Allen. Don't even trip. For my Chiefs fans, the Chiefs are leaning towards a move to Kansas, and it's gaining momentum. Per the fan 965, the Chiefs, who currently play at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, could soon relocate to Kansas City, Kansas. By the time November rolls around, ground will most likely have been broken in the state of Kansas if that's the direction the Chiefs decide to move in. Chiefs president Mark Donovan is reportedly 100% all in on the Chiefs moving to the Legends in Kansas City, Kansas, because it's a better business deal. Damn, that's crazy. They moving, not even moving out of the state. I mean, moving out of the city. They moving out of the state to Kansas. Kansas is better than Missouri? I don't know. They both small markets. I've never been to either place. But that's just crazy, man. That's killing the nostalgia right there. Arrowhead Stadium is one of the hardest places to play. And y'all trying to move on from there, huh? All right. Back to the Titans, y'all. NFL trades report the Titans are fielding trade calls about the first overall pick per GM Mike Borgonzi. The Titans are weighing their options with the first overall pick, including whether to keep it or trade it down. The GM confirmed that they received trade inquiries but haven't had any serious negotiations yet. He also noted that there are several generational talents in the draft, giving Tennessee flexibility to either stay put or trade down slightly or maneuver back on the board. Yeah, it's some generational talent. Like I just said prior, if the Browns really want to trade out and just a few picks and you gain a couple picks in this draft, that'll help your team, that'll help you shore up some holes on your team to complete your team. And if Kirk Cousins really an option, you can go ahead and do that, have a 1-2 year rental while you build the rest of your roster up. And then when you really need a quarterback, whenever a quarterback come available in the draft and you there again to pick you up one, go ahead and do so. So I live in KC. They've been talking about this for a while. Damn. So I work in Missouri and live in Kansas. Oh, so Kansas and Missouri is that far? I mean, is that close to each other? Said Missouri more lit, Kansas is safer. Okay, I see. He said, any Patriots news? I'm not sure yet. But let me give y'all this one. JPA football. The Eagles could potentially try to snake the Commanders if they think Washington is close for trading for Myles Garrett by jumping in and making Cleveland an offer they can't refuse, says Jay Fowler, ESPN. Jeremy Fowler, for those who don't know. Sounds like the Eagles will want to prevent Garrett from landing with a divisional rival. Man, that's crazy, right? Oh, man, it's about to be a bidding war for my boy Myles Garrett, man. I know a lot of people say, man, if this happened, if the Eagles get Myles Garrett, they never watching football again until he's off that team. Yeah, I'm cool. The Eagles get him, bro. It's game over. I already got the Eagles being back in the Super Bowl next year. It's either us or the Eagles, man. Eagles don't need no goddamn Myles Garrett. The Rams are comfortable with Jimmy Garoppolo as their starting quarterback if they decide to move on from Matthew Stafford. I've been hearing they granted Matthew Stafford permission to find a trading partner. They want Matthew Stafford up out of there. They trying to get what they can get for Matthew Stafford. He's 37 years old. He's on the tail end of his career. You will be regressing mightily, though, if you let him walk and you get Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, you let Jimmy Garoppolo start. Raider fans. Football Forever reports Raiders QB Gardner Minshew II could be released this offseason. Minshew was terrible in the 10 appearances last season and won't be in the Raiders' plans at quarterback, Reed wrote. If the Raiders release Minshew outright, they save $3 million in cap room while taking on a $10.8 million in dead money. If Minshew is designated as a post-June 1st release, the Raiders will save $6 million in cap room while taking on a $7.8 million in 2025 dead money and $3 million in 2026 dead money. Minshew, 28, threw for 2,013 yards, 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, with a 66.3 completion percentage in 10 games, and started 9 games this season. Oh, that's terrible. Boy, Raiders. Oh, speaking of Raiders again, this is Raiders again. Backyard Breaks rumor. Pete Carroll and the Raiders could be eyeing a trade for Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith. Carroll, who last coached Geno in Seattle, is reportedly interested in reuniting with his former QB this offseason. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and kick Minshew to the curb. Trade for Geno. Sam Howell is over there backing up Geno. I don't know where's Seahawks picking. Seattle pick 18. Yeah, you ain't getting no quarterback for the future in 18. Not in this draft. The Jets have contacted the Titans to discuss the number 1 overall pick in the draft to get Cam Ward. Potential trade package: Jets first round 2025 pick, second round pick in 2025, a first round pick in 2026, a second round pick in 2026, and another second round pick in 2027. Damn, 5 picks to go up and get Cam Ward. Y'all think Cam Ward that real? And is worth all that draft capital? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I'm not giving up 2 first round picks and 2 second round picks for 1 quarterback. And it's the Jets for all out hell shit. I think the Jets might be cursed. Top 10 NFL free agents on defense. Number 1, we got Zach Bond, we just talked about. Number 2, Nick Bolton, linebacker, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Josh Sweat, edge rusher, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, safety, Javon Holland, Miami Dolphins. Number 5, DJ Reed, cornerback, New York Jets. Number 6, Tre'Davious Ward, San Francisco 49ers. Number 7, D tackle, Osa Odigizua, Dallas Cowboys. Number 8, Khalil Mack, edge rusher, LA Chargers. Number 9, Byron Murphy Jr., cornerback, Minnesota Vikings. And number 10, D tackle, Milton Williams, Philadelphia Eagles. Philly losing all them pieces on defense. I see why they trying to snake us to get Myles Garrett, because they're gonna have a lot of holes on that defense. Milton Williams, Zach Bond, Josh Sweat, You might be out Nakobe Dean for a minute. No Darius Slay. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Commander fan, thank you for the super chat. I ain't like how Cam Ward left his team on the field, but I do think Cam Ward hype is real. Okay. Yeah, I think he had a good season, but we only heard Cam Ward being good one season. We always hear about the one season wonders in college football, and then when it comes to the pros, they struggle. Look at uh my boy with the Colts, Anthony Richardson. He played one good season in Florida, was all hype, number 3 quarterback coming out, and my boy been struggling to stay on the field, and when he is on the field, he's still struggling. All right, we got the top 10 sack leaders among D tackles. And y'all stay with me because we going somewhere with this, y'all. Shout out to Mike That Dude for the super chat. What lineman the Bears should have their eyes on in your opinion? Ronnie Staley is one of them. It's a gang of offensive guards. Let me look at the offensive guards. Let me look that up for you real quick, Mike That Dude. Oh, so y'all guard is a free agent, Tevin Jenkins. So that's one spot that y'all losing right there. If I'm y'all, I'll go get Kevin Zeiler from the Lions to put right there in guard. You know uh how players like to leave teams and go to teams within a division. He will be leaving the Lions, going on with his rejoining his offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, with the Bears. I would take Kevin Zeiler right there at guard. I'll go. Mekhi Becton is a free agent now. Yeah, I'll go Ronnie Staley at tackle or Jackson from the Rams. I will go them too. I really want Alaric Jackson though for my Commanders at tackle, and we kick Brandon Coleman in at guard. But for a quarterback like Caleb Williams who can run and like to lead a pocket, I'll go Ronnie Staley just because based off of him blocking for Lamar Jackson for those years. I'll go Ronnie Staley at tackle, and then I will go Kevin Zeiler at guard right there, and then y'all can get y'all another guard or a tackle out of the draft too as well. Commander fan, thank you for the super chat. He gonna have a season like the QB from the Broncos. You think so? We gonna have to see, man. We definitely gonna have to see. I think what helped Bo Nix a lot this season too is because he played with a hell of a good defense. Defense was getting him the ball back. He didn't have much of a running game. A lot of those games he did have to win it. He got, good receivers, good tight end, good, solid offensive line. But we shall see, man. We shall see. All right, back to what I was saying. Sack leaders amongst defensive tackles the last 4 seasons. You got Chris Jones with 40. Number 2, Cameron Hayward with 30.5. DeForest Buckner, 29.5. Nnamdi Madubuike, 27. Number 5, Jeremy Simmons with 26.5. Number 6, Javon Hargrave, 26.5. Number 7, Aaron Donald, 25.5. Number 8, Leonard Williams, 25.5. Number 9, Jonathan Allen with 25. Number 10, Deron Payne with 24. And I brought this up because as soon as I got off work this morning, I got a notification on my phone from like several different publications saying that the Commanders have given defensive tackle John Allen permission to seek a trade per Jonathan Jones. And I'm like, damn, I knew it was coming. And I'm like, if we do have a shot at getting Myles Garrett, I would love to see Myles Garrett, Deron Payne, John Allen all on the same defensive line like we had Chase Young and Montez Sweat. But you got to go and you got to look at production-wise, is it matching up with the money? Jonathan Allen is making way too much money, have made too much money for his production not to be as good. This year, he's coming off a pec injury that would make him miss most of the season. He played, the first 6-7 games. Sat out all of the rest of the season and then came back, made a remarkable comeback in the postseason, and had a great game against the Detroit Lions when he came back. But we haven't been getting much production out of him for the money he's making. And prior to us winning this season, he had grown frustrated with the organization being a losing organization. So now they granted him permission to seek a trade, and I knew it was either going to be him or Deron Payne this season. But now that I look at it, Deron Payne is guaranteed too much money, so they would have to eat some of that money if they did trade Deron Payne. But with this, if we don't find a trade partner for John Allen, we can just go ahead and cut John Allen. If we cut John Allen, that will be $16 million freed up in cap. That $16 million will go along with the other $84 million that we got in a cap. So that will make $100 million for the Washington Commanders to have to play with come next month, March 12th. Well, 2 weeks, March 12th to play with in free agency. So $100 million, and then right now Washington Commanders is the best destination to come and play because now we have a generational quarterback at rookie, and everybody would like to come and play with him under his rookie scale contract. New culture, new winning culture, new quarterback, a lot of money, preferred destination. Bye, John Allen. I mean, I love me some John Allen, but bye. I can move on from you just like we moved on from Montez Sweat and Chase Young. I would love to see it though if we can get what's my boy? Myles Garrett. I would love to see them three. If I'm Washington, talk to John Allen and see if you can, restructure his contract. See if he'll take a team-friendly deal. I know he wants his bread, but I think he wants to win more than anything, and I think he wants to win here in Washington because he is a hometown kid. But we shall see, man. We definitely shall see. Fat Boy him said, breaking news, Travis Kelce is coming back. Is that right? Let me look. I love when y'all give me updates while I'm on here. Oh, hold on. 4-time Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski is reportedly interested in returning to the NFL, and the Broncos are expected to be in the mix. Wow. Browns GM Andrew Berry updating reporters today on any potential Myles Garrett trade. Our stance really has not changed. We're not interested in moving him. Here we go. Chiefs veteran tight end Travis Kelce planned to return for 2025 season. Says the 35-year-old Kelce is fired up about entering the final year of his contract and playing another season. We left it as he'll be back. Where he excited to get him back and get him going. Kansas City gets their All-Pro tight end back as they eye their fourth consecutive trip to the Super Bowl. Wow, what y'all feel about Grunt coming back? Oh shit, now they saying the Bengals. Grunk over there. He bored, man. Grunk is bored. There's not enough action behind that desk, man. Said Bronco Country. My boy Danny said we need a big body at D tackle to take double teams, no Diddy, to free up Garrett at the end. So good. I'm glad you said that too, because that was the role that Deron Payne played this year. If you look at it, Deron Payne was getting a lot of double teams. It's because we was having him play like a nose tackle. So that should have freed up John Allen to make more plays. Yeah, Jerzon Newton was out there too, but I feel like Jerzon Newton was behind the 8 ball because he really didn't train in the off season. He really, didn't go through OTAs and all that other good stuff because he had the 2 surgeries on his feet. So this would be a good year for him to step up now that that John Allen is about to be gone. And he's a second-round pick, so that slipped to us in the second round. He's really a first-round talent. So I'm looking to see what he's gonna do this year. I think he's undersized as a D tackle. When you see him compared to John Allen and Deron Payne, he looks undersized, but hopefully that don't matter. He's still a good player. He's strong as hell. I can't wait to see, but we definitely need to get Myles Garrett. Shit. If we going to be as good as we was this year, and we going to be picking 29, 30, 31, 32, shit, give up the next 3 first-round picks, 2025, 2026, 2027, if they come off Myles Garrett. Yeah, I instigated because I just got it. Bills wide receiver Khalil Shakir reached agreement on a 4-year contract extension worth up $60 million, including $32 million guaranteed at signing, $18 million paid in the first 12 months. The deal ties Shakir to the Bills through the 2029 season. Yeah, y'all, we're gonna be getting some a lot of news, y'all. So this is a new segment we got here, man. Offseason News with gonna be having this until the season start, and then we'll get back into post game pull up. But right now, this is Offseason News with Ho. We got more Rams news. Head coach Sean McVay joined Fritz and Witt and spoke about possible future for the Rams. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp.
Which is very difficult, and so that makes me think about Cooper Kupp and just kind of speak to everything that he has meant to you, the relationship you guys have, and just how difficult
Ohio Ties, what's going on, bro?
He's on the trading block and everything else that goes with that.
We talked about this a little bit in New Orleans when we ran into each other, and the first thing that you acknowledge when you look at it is this guy's changed my life.
Can y'all hear this?
And it's uniquely special because my first year as the head coach coincided with his rookie year. I'm a better human, I'm a better coach, I'm a better person because of my relationship and the influence Cooper Kupp's had on me. His legacy in my life and as a Ram is cemented forever.
There's the business side of football too, which is very difficult. And so that makes me think about Cooper Cup and just kind of speak to everything.
You do look at putting together the puzzle. Sometimes decisions that you try to be able to make for the collective don't necessarily fit with people that are so special. And no matter what he does, he's an all-time Ram from this point on, whether he played another snap or not for the Rams, or wherever he goes on to have success for however many years he wants to continue to do it. But, you know, you try to say it's business, it's personal, it's all it all is intermixed. I don't think you can separate. I think you acknowledge that tough decisions have to be made. Now, I love him. He knows that I love him. I couldn't have more respect for him, even in terms of the way that he handles some of those difficult conversations. And that's an inevitable part of it. And I do believe that even though this isn't an ideal situation, I think there's going to be a lot of gratitude that I think we both look back on for 8 years. That, man, what an incredible blessing he's been.
I always say this, the Rams, the business.
Oh, man. I know that's tough. Shout out to Sean McVay, though, man. Coaching has to be difficult when you got to let go of players that you built the organization with. Like, Cooper Kupp been there just as long as Sean McVay been there. And they built that from the ground up. The Steelers are focused on signing star wide receiver George Pickens to a contract extension. Oh. Man, they better have a conversation with George Pickens about his conduct, because Buddy is a head case, man. Buddy is definitely a head case. Cup age and injury is the only thing that I'm worried about if we get him. Yeah, that's for sure, but if we get Cooper Kupp, I'd rather have Cooper Kupp at a third wide receiver in the slot, not as a 2, to where we not demanding much from Cooper Kupp. And, he'll have a lesser role, because the Rams was dependent on Cooper Kupp pretty much, and up until, the coming of age of Puka Nacua. Let me see. What else do I have for y'all? Okay, I got a little fun fact for y'all, man. I thought this was cool to let y'all know. Give y'all a little history on Super Bowl and why we don't see a Super Bowl in certain cities. Like, we keep seeing the Super Bowl in New Orleans. New Orleans then hosted a Super Bowl 3 times in the past decade and a half or so. Next year is back in L.A. It was just in L.A. 2021. We're going to see it not next year, but the year after is going to be in Santa Clara. So I'm going to let y'all know some facts about these specific fields and why you never seen a Super Bowl be played there. Number one of the most legendary fields, Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field. Due to the weather, the Green Bay in February, the weather is below 0. Also, Green Bay is the smallest market in the NFL, with a population just over 100,000 people. The Super Bowl brings well over that amount in visitors. Green Bay doesn't have the transportation, hotel space, or entertainment to accommodate a massive event. Lambeau Field in Green Bay is built for tradition, not to host the game's biggest event. That's crazy, right? Shout out to Green Bay. And shout out to Commanders fan. For the super chat. Pickens go back to the Steelers. Mike Tomlin for sure leaving. He don't want to deal with all that. Man, I can't even picture seeing the Steelers without Mike Tomlin, though. That's crazy. Mike Tomlin got to be the one who talked to him. Mike Tomlin gonna have to slam the little nigga up or something. Chill out. Number 2. Number 2, Soldier Field, another traditional field. Soldier Field in Chicago. Chicago is another city with poor weather conditions in February. With hosting a Super Bowl, your stadium has to be able to hold at least 70,000 seats. Soldier Field is barely holding 61,500, making it the smallest in the NFL. Even with the temporary seating, it still wouldn't meet the league standards. Last but not least, the stadium is really outdated and lack the amenities found in newer stadiums. The Chicago Bears will be moving into a new stadium in the near future in Arlington Heights. Somebody asked me if we got Patriot news. Here go Patriot news right here. Number 3, Gillette Stadium. With Gillette Stadium being the home of the New England Patriots, brought in 6 Super Bowls in the 21st century, there are 3 major reasons why that's keeping Gillette Stadium out of the running. Number 1 being that the weather, the snow, the ice blizzards. The NFL avoids hosting championships at stadiums that has battles with Mother Nature. 2 is the location. Foxborough, Mass. is not like other stadiums that are close to major cities. Foxborough is 30 miles from Boston. With no major airport nearby, no public transportation options are extremely limited. Corporate sponsors, media, and fans will have a hard time getting to and from the game, which will be held for the NFL's biggest game of the year. Lastly, the infrastructure. It is built to handle a event. It's not built to handle an event like the Super Bowl crowd size. Hotel space is limited. Once again, transportation is bad, and there's not enough event venues to hold a week-long event. That is crazy. That's good to know about all these places, especially when you go and do stadium tours like me. If I go to Gillette Stadium and I stay in Boston, I mean, I'm going to have to drive 30 miles to the game, 30 miles back. Who the hell want to do that? You being in traffic that whole time. Number 4, and a lot of y'all know why this one is. Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado. I think we all know why. Also known for Empower Field, I think that's the new name of it now, is known for being one of the most unique stadiums in the NFL due to it being 5,280 feet above sea level, which is the highest altitude stadium in the league, giving the Denver Broncos a home field advantage. While that advantage worked for the Broncos, it also worked against them with something like the Super Bowl. You want each player and team to play at their very best. Playing at 5280, it's difficult playing with all that altitude, affecting players' stamina, endurance, and oxygen. The league doesn't want its most important game affecting the oxygen levels. Then there's the weather. Denver in February isn't Super Bowl friendly either. Snowstorms, blizzards, and uncontrollable winds. God damn. And number 5, formerly known as Paul Brown Stadium, Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's just like the other stadiums on this list. In February, the weather is not likely to be favorable for a stadium that doesn't have a dome. Cincinnati is a good football town. It lacks market size. It's not a massive tourist destination and is well known and as we all know, the Super Bowl is much about entertaining than it is about football. The NFL wants cities with huge downtowns, massive event spaces, tons of attractions for fans, corporate sponsors, and Cincinnati just don't have the resources. So not only that these fields doesn't have enough seats, they don't have they don't have like the new amenities like the newer stadiums, the different stores, restaurants. All of these stadiums is pretty like old fashioned. I want to say it's been some upgrades to Denver Field and Paul Brown Field, but a lot of fields are still lacking the new amenities and still haven't got on with how the rest of the league look. I noticed from the last time I went to Commanders Field. I went 2021. It was a dumpster. It was a dumpster. It was shitty. The last time I went, a couple months ago, uh, just going to go get a drink or going to go get something to eat, it was different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tap your card to get in to where you pay for you pick your food and your drinks, and then you walk straight out, and what I'm saying, whatever you grab, that's what you pay for on your card. That's what they charge you your card. I'm like, oh shit, that shit pretty cool. That beats the standing in line to check out and all of that. The giving out hoodies and stuff for for your fans. The going into the team shop. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing stuff in a bag. You throwing stuff in a bag and it ring it up for you. And all you doing is tapping your card and you up out of here. I'm like, man, this shit is really convenient. Like, it's cutting out all the inconvenience. So that's where, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's like at SoFi. That's what it's like at Levi Stadium. So you want to be in and out. You don't want to miss the game. But you need to re-up on a drink. You hungry. It don't take no time for you to get back to your seat. And a lot of these stadiums lack that. A lot of these stadiums lack the infrastructure and the seating as well. When I take these stadium tours, I went to Arizona and I took the stadium tour at the Cardinals Stadium, and they showed us that the Cardinals have 63,000 standard seats, but they got room to add another 7,000 seats to the to the venue, just in case they get a call and they gotta host a Super Bowl one year. So a lot of these stadiums are not updated like that to where they can add seating in there. And we all know Soldier Field and Lambeau Field being two of the oldest fields in the league. Everybody done got a new field over the years except for them. Commander fans, that's probably why KC moving, trying to get a bigger stadium. Yeah, that's probably why too. But I don't think KC they can get a bigger stadium, but they still going to play outside. And then KC, we know they don't have the best weather as well. So I don't think Kansas City will be able to host a Super Bowl anyway, just based off of the downtowns and everything like that. I'm trying to see if we got any more news. They got Jonathan. I'm looking at Jonathan Allen's squat, 585 pounds. This nigga doing this after he tore his pec. me see if we got anything else before I get up out of here. Nope, I think that is it, you guys. You know, I know I'll get some more. I'll get some more news after we get off, but that'll be for the next show. That'll be for the next show, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. He said, how much is Super Bowl tickets? Oh, Lord, man. Yeah. He asked how much is Super Bowl tickets. A lot, bro. And it depending on where it's going to be, too. Like, whatever market it is, that's going to determine the price. And that's for probably the nosebleeds. I want to say for New Orleans, it was like $2,500 for the nosebleeds. It was somewhere between $2,500, $2,900, something like that. No, my wife was looking into them at one point, and I'm like, fuck that, $5,000 on 2 tickets, plus hotel, all that shit. I'll go to a Super Bowl one day when it's out here, before I just take my black ass home after it's over. You know, that's when the hotel prices. And when I stayed in New Orleans in December, when we played the Saints, that hotel was already sold out for the Super Bowl. Said my ticket in 2022 was $10K. That's probably was for a decent seat, though. That was probably for a decent seat. You talking about all the way where you gonna need binoculars to see everything. You gonna need to look at the goddamn the screen to pretty much see the game. Those was like $2,900. Those probably the added on seats that they add in there. Said $10K. Yeah, that's. And that probably was a resale ticket that you bought. 2022, where was that at? That was was that in Arizona? That was in Arizona, right? He said I was behind the field goal post. Okay, yeah, that's why. That was in Arizona, right, TJ? The Eagles versus the Chiefs, right? First time. Yeah, see? Told y'all. Arizona, they hold 70,000, but on a regular smuggler week, they only got 63,000 seats in there. And when they get that Super Bowl call, they add those other seats up in there. A lot of fields can't do that. And again, too, Arizona, they had a field outside after the game. They got a retractable field where they can they can slide it in and slide it out. So a lot of the time they fields sit outside, which is crazy to me. You don't want that field being damaged, but yeah, man. Shout out to them, man. State Farm Field. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for me, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out. If this is your first time in here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, I want to say Tiny about to go live. If he not live already, think he about to go live. Y'all look out for him. I don't know when the next time we gonna go live. We was supposed to go live last week, but he was doing his school thing. So, yeah, man, y'all smash that like button, and I'm gonna see y'all the next time. Sunshine, you have a blessed day.